Is today's financial pain the result of soaring prices we can't control or spending habits we can? The answer might be both, and understanding which matters most could decide whether we sink or swim in the current economy. Before I continue, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends, so more people can discover this content. Also subscribe to receive more content like this. In many countries today, headlines and political debates frequently center around one question. Are households suffering because of a cost of living crisis or because of a spending problem? The distinction matters because it shapes both public policy responses and personal financial strategies. The reality is complex, and the answer often depends on the lens through which we view the problem. While rising prices, stagnant wages, and global economic shifts clearly play a central role, individual spending habits, debt management, and lifestyle expectations can also make the difference between stability and financial distress. The term cost of living crisis refers to a period in which the prices of essential goods and services rise faster than people's incomes, leaving many unable to afford the basics. This phenomenon has been particularly pronounced in the early to mid-2020s for several reasons. Inflation, the general rise in prices, has affected necessities most sharply. Food, energy, housing, and transport costs have all surged, partly because of pandemic-related supply chain disruptions and partly due to geopolitical conflicts that have increased fuel and commodity prices. When energy costs rise, they ripple through the entire economy, increasing the cost of heating homes, running businesses, and transporting goods. Wages have not kept pace with these price increases. While nominal pay might rise on paper, real wages adjusted for inflation, have stagnated or declined in many countries. This means that even though people may technically be earning more money, the purchasing power of that income has diminished. Interest rate hikes, implemented by central banks to control inflation, have created a different kind of pressure. For those with mortgages, variable rate loans, or credit card debt, higher interest rates translate into larger monthly payments. Even renters feel the impact indirectly as landlords pass on increased borrowing costs. Structural issues like housing shortages, healthcare costs, and unequal wage growth between sectors further exacerbate the problem. For many, these factors mean that no amount of careful budgeting will fully shield them from financial strain. While structural economic conditions are significant, personal financial decisions also play a role in shaping outcomes. A spending problem refers to situations where individuals or households consistently spend beyond their means, either through poor budgeting, over-reliance on credit, or prioritizing non-essential consumption over necessities. In today's environment, there are several reasons why overspending happens. Consumer credit is widely available and heavily marketed, making it easy to accumulate debt without immediate consequences. Social pressures, amplified by social media, encourage lifestyles that may not align with actual income levels. The desire to keep up with peers, sometimes called lifestyle inflation or lifestyle creep, can lead people to upgrade their homes, cars, holidays, and gadgets in ways that outpace their earnings. Another factor is financial literacy. Many people are not taught how to budget, manage debt, or save for emergencies. Without these skills, it is easy to become trapped in a cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, even in times of relative economic stability. Importantly, a spending problem does not necessarily mean frivolous purchases. For some households, high fixed costs, from housing to childcare, consume such a large share of income that discretionary spending on things like entertainment or dining out, even at modest levels, can tip the budget into deficit. The framing of the problem often depends on political and ideological perspectives. Those emphasizing the cost of living crisis point to systemic issues such as inflation, housing shortages, corporate profit margins, and wage stagnation. Their solutions tend to focus on government intervention, rent controls, minimum wage increases, subsidies for energy and food, or tax reforms to redistribute wealth. Those who highlight a spending problem, by contrast, often focus on personal responsibility and financial discipline. They advocate for budgeting, debt repayment, and lifestyle adjustments to live within one's means. Both perspectives contain truths. Structural problems set the stage, determining how affordable essentials are and how far wages go. Individual spending habits determine how much room there is in the budget to absorb those shocks. For most households, financial distress stems from a combination of both factors. A person with strong budgeting skills and modest lifestyle expectations may still struggle if their rent or mortgage suddenly consumes half their income. Conversely, someone with a high salary can still end up in debt if they habitually overspend or rely heavily on credit. Recognizing this interplay is crucial. Governments need to fix the big problems that make life expensive, but people can also help themselves by getting better at handling money. That means learning to budget, saving when you can, and understanding how big economic changes like inflation or interest rates can affect your own wallet, so you're ready for them. Whether one calls it a cost of living crisis or a spending problem, the truth is that today's economic climate demands both structural solutions and individual adaptability. Rising prices, stagnant real wages, and global instability create challenges that no amount of frugality can fully offset. At the same time, cultivating sound spending habits and financial awareness can make a meaningful difference in navigating these pressures. In the end, understanding that the problem is not either or, but both and, is the first step toward finding solutions that work at both the national and household level. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more deep dives on real-world issues, and drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on whether it's a cost of living crisis, a spending problem, or both.